So we're back from the second league. We just played Pestilence. Let's go on the wheel. Kiln Fiend. All right. So Kiln Fiend is basically like an all-in glass cannon aggro deck that is trying to play the card Kiln Fiend. 2 mana, 1/2. Whenever you cast an instant or sorcery spell, it gets +3/+0 until end of turn. So obviously you want to play a bunch of spells, preferably spells that cantrip, so that or are free, so that you can just pump Kiln Fiend up to its maximum power level and kill your opponent in one shot. So a couple of problems that present themselves right off the bat are it's only a 1/2, which means your opponent can kill it with basically every single removal spell, and it itself doesn't have trample or any other form of punching the damage through blockers, so you'll need a way to enable that. So also in the deck is Festival Crasher, which is basically just Kiln Fiend with 1 more toughness, but it gets 1 less power when you cast the spells. And then there's Gitu Amplifier, which is essentially the same thing. It's a 1/2 that gets +2/0 when you cast an instant or sorcery. And in this deck, you could technically kicker this card if you have Monomorphose to fix for blue mana, but you're usually not. It's just going to usually be a 1/2 that's the 9th copy of Kiln Fiend / Festival Crasher. Anyway, the spells and then we also have Monastery Swiftspear because we're an aggro deck that's trying to play a whole bunch of spells really fast anyway. So then the spells in the deck, we've got Mutagenic Growth. Again, punch up our power level. It's free. It triggers prowess and all of our super prowess guys. We've got Bolt. We've got Lava Dart, which can be cast twice. We've got Crash Through, which is important because it cycles and gives our guys trample. So those punch through the damage. We've got Faithless Looting. I guess that's fine. Apostle's Blessing, which acts as one of 2 things. It's either a protection spell for our dude, or it gives us pro whatever creatures they have on the board, and then we can punch through. Teamer Battle Rage to give trample / double strike. And then Monomorphose because it's a free spell that triggers all of our guys. And then we just have all mountain. Nice, clean mana base. Then in the sideboard, we've got End the Festivities to clear up decks that are playing a bunch of cheap X1 creatures like Kuldotha Red. We've got another Bolt. Not really sure why that's not just main deck, but okay. Pyroblasts for the blue decks. We've got Raise the Effigy. Red, choose 1, destroy target artifact, or target attacking creature gets +2/+2 until end of turn. So against artifact decks, we can either just blow up their artifacts, or we can pump our guy. Red Blast, another Pyro. Cast into the Fire, again, kills X1s, kills artifacts. Flaring Pain, we need to be able to punch through on boards where they prevent us from killing them via damage, so against Prismatic Strands or Fogs or whatnot. And then Underworld Ragehound, so if our opponent is a deck that is just absolutely filled with removal spells, this creature can just be another threat that can come back from removal spells. And that's Kiln Fiend. Yeah, pretty all in. We're trying to kill our opponent super fast, and if they have removal, we usually just can't win. So let's jump in with Kiln Fiend. These leagues are going to be super fast. All right, we are on the draw for match number 1. All right, we don't have a Kiln Fiend, although we do have a bunch of burn spells and a Monomorphose to try to find one. I don't know if that's keepable or not. We do have 3 draws to find one, though. All right, I'll keep. I wonder if this deck is like Boggles, where you just have to put back anything. Well, it's Elves, and I'm definitely shooting that. Always Dart the Elf. Back to them. Quirion Ranger. Avacyn's Pilgrim. All right, time to burn all the Elves to death. Swift Spear. Burn the Pilgrim. Trigger. Go to combat. Attack with the Swift Spear. Boy, did this hand pay off. Quirion Ranger. Bounce a Forest. Play it again. Tap it. Axebane Guardian. Oh, okay, that's what we're doing. Attack with Quirion Ranger. Sure. All right, well, we're bolting that too. So kill your Axebane, and I'm not sure what after that. Let's just cast Crash Through. So draw. Man, if I just cast Faithless Looting here, then I'm just down on cards I don't want to get rid of. Let's just attack for 3 and pass, and then we can try to do more next turn. It's just like so much better if I resolve a Kiln Fiend or something, or get Teamer Battle Rage with the pump. Green. Bounce a land. There is, like, I did consider just killing this, but... Oh, lead the Stampede? All right, we probably just have to try to kill them now then. Cerulean Caretaker, Shield Wall Sentinel, Avacyn's Pilgrim. Sure. Attacks for 1, that's fine. We're not going to lose to damage. We're going to lose to mana, if at all. All right, so Monomorphose. Trigger. Resolve this. Name red. We drew the Kiln Fiend. I don't think I have the time to do that, though. Maybe I do. I don't know. How much damage can I do this turn? Not enough, right? Let's just play Kiln Fiend and Lava Dart this so that they don't have... Quirion Ranger to get more mana, hypothetically. Or maybe I don't even do that, because Kiln Fiend just kills them next turn, right? So they hypothetically have 4 mana on their turn, and then I can just make Kiln Fiend kill them. Yeah, so let's just play Kiln Fiend, and then attack them with Monastery Swiftspear, and then we'll win next turn. Combat, swing. over to them. Cerulean Caretaker. Cerulean Caretaker. Doesn't matter. We got Apostle's Blessing to break through green. Avacyn's Pilgrim. All right. So mutagenic growth on Kiln Fiend. Pay life. Trigger Kiln Fiend. Mutagenic growth on Kiln Fiend. Pay life. Kiln Fiend. Bunch of mana. Apostle's Blessing here. Trigger. And then we'll name green. All right. Yeah. So we win. So versus walls. And the festivities is probably good. Cast into the fire is probably good. Bolt's probably good. Do I need flaring pain for any reason? I don't think so, right? I definitely, let's see, raise the effigy. No, don't want that. Don't want any of these cards. So then what am I cutting? G2 amplifier is our worst creature. And then I need to cut 3 more cards. I'm inclined to just cut the flutings. I don't think they really interact with us much, right? They just like ramp a whole bunch. All right, cut fluting and submit. Swift Spear with, man, we don't have any removal though. So this hand, I just don't think this hand deals enough damage fast enough and it doesn't kill their guys. So I'm going to mold this. All right, this is better. So keep this, put a land back. We're good. Forest into nothing. All right, play Swift Spear, combat, swing. They didn't have a turn 1 play. Forest, no play. I think I'm still supposed to just keep passing and not cast any of this stuff to try to kill their guys because I'm not going to kill them fast enough. So swing. All right, back over to them. Third land, plays Axebane Guardian. All right, land, this is, if it's 4+, then it gets, no, it just gets double strike, period, right? How much damage do I do right now? Bolt this, prowess trigger. I'd probably wait, right? Let's cast one of the lava darts on them. Actually, let's just cast both lava darts. Lava dart. I'm thinking about next turn if I battle rage them. I want to be able to just cast everything. So take 4, go to 12. Because then I can go dart, 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 battle rage. Axebane Guardian. All right, Monomorphose. Trigger, resolve Morphos. Red, red. So how much damage is this? So I go dart, 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 dart. I dart them, right? Not the Axebane. So I go dart you, dart you, dart you. They go to 9. This is a 5 power creature. And then I battle rage it. It goes to 6. It becomes 12. I attack. They have to block. They go to 3, but then I don't have any lands left after that. All right, I can still just triple dart next turn. So let's just go dart you. They also only have 2 cards in their hand, so it is possible that they're just not going to be able to do much after that. What if I just battle rage right now? I attack for 8, and then they're 1 short of dying from lava dart. That's probably better. All right, battle rage. All right, well, we win. On to round number 2. Our opponent's super, super salty. So Appas is a very well-known Pauper player, right? Because people in the chat were talking about him last time, and they said, oh, it's got to be walls or some like weird combo thing. All right, round 2, we're on the draw. All right, this hand is not keepable. We don't have a creature, and again, if these removal spells aren't helpful, then yeah, so mold this. Well, we have no lands, so mold this. Still no lands. All right, mold this. All right, well, put back one of the 2 battle rages, put back one of the 2 apostles' blessings, put back the other apostles' blessing. All right, we're not winning this. Forest. Well, it's more walls, so, All right, land, faithless looting. All right, discard 2 mountains. Over to them. Jasper Sentinel. Land, Monomorphose, name red. We've got nothing else to do, so this fizzles. And back over to them. Cast Tuk Rubble Fort. All right, flashback Faithless Looting. Discard the lands. Back over to them. Orochi Leaf Caller. Filter green into another color. Drift of Phantasms, and then they'll go get Axebane, right? So, let's see. I guess I just save Bolt for when they play Axebane, right? Yeah, I guess I just save Bolt. So, pass over to them. Cast Cerule. Cast the Axebane. Mana. We can't respond to them making it. Shield Wall Sentinel. Sure. Triggers. What do they go fetch? Finds Drift of Phantasms. Well, we have to bolt this, so let's just bolt it. We draw another bolt. All right, well, we're just going to keep passing. Really not doing anything in this matchup. Mana, mana, mana. Another Axebane. Mana. Transmute. Reaping the Graves. Get back Drift of Phantasms. And the other Drift of Phantasms, and like another one. Sure. Reaping the Graves. Get those back. Attack with this 1/1. Sure. I guess I'll dart it. Why not? Kill that. And let's bolt this thing. It doesn't matter. They have multiple drifts to go get more. All right. Drawing a Festival Crasher. All right. Back to them. They can still just drift into other stuff, right? So drift into Axebane Guardian, and they can't play it this turn. All right. So back over to us. Another land. Well, we can't really do anything. So They just win now, right? They go like Axebane into Drift for Reaping the Graves again. Maybe, I don't know. I guess we'll see. Axebane. Make a bunch of mana. All right, they have a Drift in their hand, right? Drift for Freed from the Reel, right? Yeah, Freed from the Reel. They do actually have to have a payoff for this. Mana. All right, well, they do. All right, we're dead. So, let's see. Bolt for sure. Pyroblast, because we can counter Freed from the Reel / Galvanic Alchemist, which is relevant. And then none of these other cards are relevant, right? And then the cards from me that are not relevant are what? Faithless Looting. They have a lot of, like, relatively big wall creatures, so I feel like Swift Spear is probably just not good. I think we just have to win with one of our, like, super prowess dudes. All right, let's do that. On the play, we have a Kiln Fiend and a bunch of spells. All right, keep. Play this. Go. Plays Quirion Ranger. All right. Play Kiln Fiend. We're going to have a really good turn next turn. Plays a Forest. Plays Crashing Drawbridge. All right. So it's time to go off. Ooh, Festival Crasher. I could really, really go off next turn. How much damage do I do this turn? I go Monomorphose. 1, 2, 3, 4 spells at least, right? And I get Trample. So I can name artifacts, and then the only blocker they have is this one with Trample. So 4 spells equals 13, 15 damage with Mutagenic Growth. And I am getting to redraw, so I could potentially kill them this turn. Although I feel like I don't imagine they can win on their turn. So it's probably better to just play Festival Crasher and wait. All right, let's just play Festival Crasher and wait a turn to kill them. Because this, like, pretty much guarantees we kill them. Overgrown Battlement. I guess they could have a Fog, right? Does Walls play Fog? I don't know. All right, Monomorphose. Trigger. Always yield to this. Always yield to this. Make a red mana. Okay. Crash through. Triggers. The only thing I can bolt is Quirion Ranger. I mean, that's fine, right? Yeah, all right. Bolt, Quirion Ranger. Triggers. Tamiyo's Safekeeping. All right. Go to combat. Swing. Blocks there. Sure. Let's Mutagenic Growth. This thing. Triggers. I think this is still lethal, isn't it? Boom. Yeah, lethal. All right. Exactly the same thing, run back? Yep, exactly the same thing, run back. We have Amplifier. At least that's a thing. All right, keep. Forest into Llanowar Elves. Drawing a Bolt, 100% Bolt the Llanowar Elves. Always Bolt the bird. Pass the turn. Land, Overgrown Battlement. Okay. Land, Gitu. Over to them. 3 mana. Axebane. How much damage does this do? Manamorphose, Apostle's Blessing, Temur, Battle Rage is 3 spells, is 6, is 14 with the Battle Rage, so it's not lethal. They have so much mana on their turn if they untap. They have 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Although I still think they can't win, probably. They'd have to do what? They'd have to have 2 more defenders plus Freed from the Reel, which is not impossible. What would be lethal if I drew it? Mutagenic Growth would be lethal. Oh, I haven't played a land yet, right? No, I have played a land. So it's Monomorphose, and then I still have... I guess, like, the Monomorphose is free, so if I just draw, like, any other spell, it's potentially lethal. Yeah, let's just go for the kill. Monomorphose, trigger, resolve this, red. All right, well, we fizzled. Man, fizzled sucks. All right, well, 5, 7, 14. Yeah, let's just play Festival Crasher and then attack here and hope we don't die. So 3 mana, lead the Stampede. All right, Drift and Galvanic. They are short, right? Llanowar Elves, Orochi Leafcaller, back to us. All right, we got 1 turn to kill them. Well, we have Pyroblast, so we don't necessarily only have 1 turn to kill them. Although this turn I can't really do anything, right? So I swing... If they don't, let's say they don't block, right? I swing, they don't block. I go Pyroblast, I don't need a target, or I don't need a blue spell to target, rather. So I just Pyroblast something, doesn't matter what. Apostle's Blessing is +4, and then Temur Battle Rage, so it's 6. So they actually die if they don't block. All right, so let's go to combat. Swing, block there. So 2, 4, 6. This actually gets trample, right? So they die? Yeah, I think they die, unless they have a fog. But then, yeah, okay, so... Apostle's Blessing on this one, I guess. Trigger this. Life. Trigger. Always yield here. And I don't know. I guess green's the only mana they have. I guess blue, maybe they could filter into. Whatever. Let's name blue. Then let's Temur Battle Rage this. Trigger. So that's almost lethal. Pyroblast doesn't matter what. Triggers. All right. Is this lethal? Yes, it is. All right. We got it. Round 3. So one thing that matchup brings up is... this Red Blast here, I don't know why this isn't just another Pyroblast, because sometimes you actually do just want to cast it to get the prowess triggers. I'm not sure why it's split up like this. This should just be Pyroblast number 4. The pilot of the list may not have had enough ticks to get the 4th copy. They're both, like, around the same amount. And they're not that expensive. All right, round 3 on the draw. I do like how simple this deck is. I'll keep this. Ancient Den into Ginger Brute. All right, so probably blue-white Affinity, I'd assume. Let's see. If I don't kill... I'd probably just kill this, right? It's better to just keep them off of Affinity, keep them from casting all that glitters. Like, Swift Spear here is not great, so let's just get rid of that. All right, they apparently just don't have anything else, so let's play Swift Spear and Faithless Looting, because I'm probably going to discard this land. Yeah, discard 2 lands, and go to combat. Swing. How in the world do you keep Ancient Den, no other land source? All right, Kiln Fiend, go to combat, swing with Swift Spear. They're dead next turn. They're just so incredibly dead next turn. All right, well, Affinity. Cast into the fire, raise the effigy. Is that it? These? So what are their creatures? They have Thraben, which Dart is not good against. Ginger, which it is. Ornithopter, which it isn't. I think Lava Dart's probably not good against the majority of the cards in their deck. So let's cut Dart, play Bolt. There's maybe an argument to play Blast. Although I guess I don't know that they're actually blue, but I would assume they are. All right, let's run that. We have a looting to find a thing. I guess this is fine. The double Monomorphose makes this hand... Yeah, so there's Thraben Inspector, so Lava Dart, not good. All right, land, Swift Spear, go. I guess I could have attacked and maybe bluffed Mutagenic Growth, but whatever. Another Thraben Inspector. Seed of the Synod. All right. Land. I could just blow their land up. That seems good. Blow up your Seed of the Synod. Always yield to Swift Spear. Oh, they just have Hydroblast? Okay. Well, I don't really want to loot here, so let's just play Crash Through. Trigger. Another Swift Spear. All right. Combat. Swing. All right. They go to 17. So... we do get another Swift Spear next turn at least. Attacking with a Thraben Inspector. We go to 19. Oh, Ninja. Okay. And then they can just replay it. Drum into another one. Frogmite. All right. Well, it's getting harder to attack them. Of one mind. Huh. All right. Let's just play all the Swift Spears, I guess. So if I attack with this one, they're almost certainly not going to block with Frogmite, right? And even if they do, I can just instant speed a spell. Let's just get more damage in. Swing with Swift Spear. Yeah, no blocks. And then let's just play out 2 more Swift Spears so that we can get a bunch of prowess going next turn. Attack with this thing and Frogmite, no blocks. Oh, they've got another Ninja, eh? Ninja the Ninja, sure. And then Ninja the Ninja, or Ninja the Frogmite. All right, so they get to draw 2 cards here, and they'll get to replay Frogmite and Thraben at least. Plays Thraben, plays Frogmite. Festival Crasher. I do need to get some amount of damage in this turn, right? Festival Crasher also just blocks the Ninja. How much damage do I do? Double Monomorphose. The problem is they just block 2 of them, right? That's the issue. All right, let's just attack. Man, they can like double block one of them though. Yeah, all right, let's just not attack. Just play Festival Crasher setup for next turn. Springleaf Drum. Enforcer. Hydroblast, our Festival Crasher. Well, we're not doing so great now. Do I just block these so they can't keep drawing? Because these Swift Spears are just not getting through. I would have to draw a lot of... I'd have to draw like multiple spells plus another Crash Through to trample through them. I'm probably just not winning the game if I block, so let's just not block. Oh, what? You have another Ninja? Jesus. Ninja. Ninja. Well, I can Apostle's Blessing through their artifact creatures on one of my guys, although I don't think that matters. Plays another thing, replays Frogmite. All right. Well, it's not getting any better, so let's Monomorphose. Triggers, resolve Monomorphose, red. Monomorphose, triggers, red. There's the Kiln Fiend finally. How much damage am I getting in this turn? If I bolt a Frogmite out of the way, I do get in a decent amount, although I also can potentially die on the backswing here. So let's say I bolt the Frogmite to get it out of the way. Then they get to block one of my dudes, right? So I bolt Frogmite, I cast Faithless Looting, and let's say I just cast Apostle's Blessing. So that's 6. One of them gets blocked. I deal 12 to them. They go to 4. Man, that's just not going to work. And then how much do they have on the backswing? 2, 6, 8 exactly, plus anything else they don't block with. All right, let's play Kiln Fiend and then go to combat. Swing with these. All right, blocking there and there. All right, so no Frogmite. All right, so before damage, bolt just one of these other guys, I guess. I guess bolt a Frogmite, or now bolt a Ninja, let's say. So bolt a Ninja and then trigger all this stuff. So then the Enforcer dies, they take 8 and go to 8. And then it's back to them, and I'm not dead on the board here, at least. Unless they have a blast for Kiln Fiend. Then I'm dead. All right, well, they do have a blast for Kiln Fiend. All right, we just took way too long to get to that point. Okay, so the fact that they're also playing blasts means I probably want to play blasts to blast their blasts, plus Of One Mind and Thoughtcast and whatnot. And then the Swift Spears honestly don't seem great, so let's just take those out. Yeah, that's fine. Submit. On the play, we've got no turn 2 play. We do have Raise the Effigy and Cast into the Fire, so I'll keep. Mountain, go. Seed of the Synod. All right, well, let's try to shoot that, and if they blast it, they blast it. Raise the Effigy. It is blasted. All right, very well. Well, let's get rid of it. Cast into the Fire, get rid of your blue land. If we've got the opportunity to Stone Rain our opponent, let's do it. Ancient Den. All right, well, cast Faithless Looting. All right, get rid of a land, and Apostle's Blessing, I guess, is the worst card in my hand-ish, because then I want to play Festival Crasher and then have the best shot at killing them. All right, so get rid of that. Then play land, play Festival Crasher. Over to them. Ornithopter, tap land, Frogmite. All right, so let's first just crash through here. Trigger this. Another Festival Crasher. So that's better if I wait a turn. Although if I don't wait a turn, what am I doing right now? I'm bolting them. No, I'm just casting Battle Rage and dealing 10. It's better to just cast the other Festival Crasher. So let's just go to combat, swing, see if they do anything. All right, Festival Crasher number 2. Go. There's also an argument for killing these to reduce their affinity count, but whatever. They already have 3... Yeah, they already have a bunch of artifacts in play anyway. Thoughtcast, Myr Enforcer. Okay, so Myr Enforcer is kind of a problem. Let's just bolt the Frogmite and then go to combat, swing here. If they block with Myr Enforcer, I just Battle Rage the one they block. Yeah, all right. So Battle Rage this one, and then we kill their guy and deal a bunch of damage, and they go to 6. I'm holding this land instead of playing it so that I can loot it away if I cast Looting next turn, which I am very likely to do. All that glitters on the Ornithopter. Wow. All right. Double all that glitters on the Ornithopter. Huh. Pyroblast. Well, flashback looting. Triggers. What do we draw? Blast, blast, looting. I can get in 5 right now and lose a guy. So if I discard these 2 and then go land looting, then we lose the 2 cards we draw. That is so rough. Man, attacking them here puts them to 1, though. It puts them to 1, but then they just have a giant Ornithopter in play, and then I have no way of getting my other Crasher through next turn. All right, let's discard blast, looting, and then play the land and hold Pyroblast up and just try to do something better next turn. All right, discard these 2, play land, and then just pass to them. If they just play 2 more artifacts, we're also just straight up dead, is the problem. You gotta be kidding. Triple all that glitters. All right, sure. Yeah, all right. What was I drawing next turn? Land, and then I would have looted into lethal. All right. Well, round 4. On the play. All right, well, we got turn 2 Kiln Fiend, so we're keeping. Land, go. Plains, Thraben Inspector. All right, back to us. Land, Kiln Fiend. Over to them. Plays Lunarch Veteran into another Thraben and gain some life and make another clue. All right. Well, this is kind of awkward. Ooh, Apostle's Blessing. How much damage can I deal right now? I get to cast 3 spells and make this unblockable from white, so it's 10, 12 damage. That's not good enough. Let's just play this dude and pass. I might Lava Dart this guy, I'm not sure. Although it's disturbed for 2. Core Skyfisher. I'm doing way more damage by darting than I am just killing this thing, so yeah, that's fine. All right, so Skyfisher. All right, so back to us. Festival Crasher. We're still not actually lethaling them, so I think they bounced a clue token so that they wouldn't have to lose a blocker. All right. Let's just get Festival Crasher on board and pass back to them. Because, again, there's no reason to burn all of our spells before we can actually kill them. Inspiring Overseer, trigger. Drawing into what on my turn? Mutagenic Growth. Okay, so 4 spells. Kiln Fiend goes up to 12, 13, 15. Plus the darts is not good enough. I can dart both of these guys and swing with everything, and then they just block all of our guys, right? They lose 2 of their guys. They lose all their guys, and we lose 1 of our guys. They'll just put Skyfisher on Kiln Fiend. So let's go. Yeah, it's not really getting any better from here. I mean, there is still the possibility we could draw into killing them next turn, but let's just, like, kill their whole board. So let's dart this, put all these triggers on the stack, and yield to all of them. If I don't cast Mutagenic Growth until they block, I can save all my guys in combat, and then they can just lose their entire board. Ramosion Rally. If you control a plains, you may tap an untapped creature. Creatures you control get +1/+1 until end of turn. The heck? And this is main deck. Well, all right. So that resolves, and then all of these resolve. Then the Lava Dart, I guess I can flash it back and kill this thing. The heck was that? Guess this guy got owned by End the Festivities one too many times. But his creatures are not even mostly X1s. Most of his creatures are bigger than that. Oh, man. So what do I even do now? Lava Dart, flashback, kill the Overseer, attack. Every one of their creatures can kill every one of our creatures in defense. So then I Mutagenic Growth the Kiln Fiend to keep it alive. They lose all their guys except Lunarch Veteran, and we lose all our guys except Kiln Fiend. That seems so bad. They're not putting any pressure on us either. I think I just keep waiting until I can, like, Teamer Battle Rage the Kiln Fiend or something. Yeah, I think I just call this turn a wash and just wait until I can kill with the Kiln Fiend. Cracks a clue. Lunarch Veteran, sure. Then this triggers. Let's just yield to that one. Attack with the Overseer, sure. We'll go to 18. Drawing another Apostle's Blessing. All right, so I can make 2 of them pro-white. So it's 4 spells equals 24 damage between... No, it's because this is 3. So this is 12, and this is 8. So that's 20 plus the 2 power they have, 22 plus mutagenic. Are we 1 short of killing them? Right? It's 3, 6, 9, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. We're 1 short of killing them. Oh, and Lava Dart hits them. All right, we have exactly lethal. So Apostles here, pay the life, put all the triggers on the stack, name white. Apostles here, do this, put all the triggers on the stack, name white. Mutagenic Growth here, pay the life, trigger, trigger, trigger. Cast Lava Dart from the graveyard, targeting them. Sack this, put all the triggers on the stack, and then go to combat. Swing here. Exactly lethal. All right, so mono white, bunch of creatures in play. Bolt. I guess they must have a lot of X1s if they're running Ramosion Rally, right? We've seen Lunarch Veteran and Inspiring Overseer. So, and the Festivities, question mark? And Cast into the Fire, question mark? They're also presumably running Prismatic Strands somewhere. All right, so Swift Spear has got to just be atrocious when they just gum the board up with stuff. So there's maybe an argument to playing Flaring Pain. I'm just not going to. Let's just run this. All right, turn 2 Festival Crasher, turn 3, play a whole lot of spells. So I think we're good. Plays Lunarch Veteran. All right, we're darting that turn 1. Oh, Kiln Fiend, sweet. All right, dart this. Back to them. Second Plains. What's the backside of this? It's a 1/1 Rafine's Informant. Discard Prismatic Strands. Oof. Oof. All right, Kiln Fiend, back to them. Well, we have to... Oh, man. Journey to Nowhere as well. We got an uphill battle here. Take 3 from Rafine's Informant. All right, land, Festival Crasher, go. Luminous Phantom comes back from the graveyard. So whenever another creature leaves the battlefield, you gain 1. Squadron Hawk. Grab all the Hawks. I think I'm actually going to block and kill this. Block here, and then I'm just going to Apostle it. Yeah, I don't think I can win via 1 big attack. I think I just have to win by slowly killing them with just, like, pumping this every turn. All right, Apostle's Blessing, pump it up. And then Apostle's Blessing, resolve, name white. All right, that dies. This thing triggers. That's fine. What am I doing here? All right, Monomorphose. Trigger, resolve Monomorphose, name red, red. Bolt. All right, Flashback Dart to kill this thing. I'm just going to fizzle the mana here. Go to combat, swing. 4 mana, Battle Screech. And then they can immediately flash it back, right? Yeah. This is like Boros Bully without red. So yeah, I definitely need to bring in Flaring Pain. I can keep attacking them. We're also just not drawing anything. All right, go to combat, swing. I just don't have any good plays right now, so I think I just hit them and that's it. All right, hit you for 1. I think I just still don't even play lands at this point, just in case I draw Faithless Looting and want to get rid of 2 lands. So the problem is they have 5 attacks, 5 power of attacks with just these, and then the Squadron Hawks are also blockers as well. Fiend's Informant, discard Squadron Hawk. Idyllic Range, targeting this one. Sure. Thraben Inspector. Yeah, alright. We take a whole bunch of damage. 9. Alright, let's bolt this, and then if they want a Prismatic Strands to save it, they have to do it now, I guess, instead of next turn, although they're not going to. Alright, kill Rafine's Informant. And we're drawing another land. Alright, we're not winning this, so concede. So I need Flaring Pain so that I can beat Prismatic Strands, and that should be it. What's the worst card here? Is it looting? All right, let's not play Cast into the Fire, but End of Festivities I think is still good to sweep up just all their X1s. Maybe Bolt's just not good. Like, they have Squadron Hawk, they've got Battle Screech, like, it's just not good. So just cut 2 Bolts, I guess. All right, let's do that. Oh man, no creature on turn 2, although we've got looting, but no creature on turn 2 is so rough. But if we hit a creature on turn 2 off this looting, man, this hand's good. So what? I discard Lava Dart and some other thing, I don't know what. We have 9 creatures in our deck, so our deck is essentially 1/5. So we have a 1 in 5 shot. So with the looting and a draw, it's a 3 in 5 shot of hitting a creature. So this hand, so if I don't find a Kiln Fiend type card in the first 3 draws, then this hand's dead. I guess 4 draws may be doable. All right, I'll keep. All right, Mountain, Looting. Okay, so the flashback spells, so let's just discard those. So Dart, Flaring Pain, and then over to them. Planes into Thraben Inspector. All right, we haven't hit yet, so back to them. Squadron Hawk, and then they hit us with Thraben, we go to 19. All right, draw, no. So we got a flashback Looting to try to find our dude. Okay, we finally found Kiln Fiend, so let's discard 2 lands. And then next turn we can play Kiln Fiend with Apostle's Blessing to save it from removal, and then after that, we can probably just kill them on the next turn. So take 2 here, go to 17, play Squadron Hawk. All right, land, Kiln Fiend, and pass. If they do try to kill it on their turn, then it does present a problem where we've got Apostle's Blessing and then we have no way of punching through their board anymore. So hopefully they just don't have removal. All right, Idyllic Range on a Hawk. Cast another Hawk. All right, swings with the 2/2 and this one. Sure. So there we go. All right, I haven't done the math, but I'm definitely sure they're just super dead now. So what can they have at instant speed that's in white? Like Last Breath? We can respond to that. Let's just, I guess I can Battle Rage it as well. So let's go Mutagenic Growth here. Take some life, grow the Kiln Fiend. We're going to do a lot. Resolve the Mutagenic Growth. Mutagenic Growth, go to 10. Make this really big. Really, 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 really big. Mutagenic Growth. All right, super huge. Teamer Battle Rage. Ba-boom. Combat. All right, looks like we got it. Celestial Flare. Oh my god. Sack an attacker blocking creature. Well, they got us. I was trying to think of, like, what can they have to kill our Kiln Fiend. That was not on my list, but yeah. All right. Also, don't say GG before the game's over. Don't be an asshole. All right, final round. We're on the play, and we have a Swift Spear and nothing really else, but I mean, I guess this is fine. So keep this. We get a lot of draws into other stuff. I guess an effect like that isn't completely unheard of because of boggles and such. Yeah, that just wasn't on my mind. Again, I'm not experienced enough with the format. I was aware that Celestial Flare is a card. I just didn't think of that. But like, what else was I going to do? Just not attack there? If they had Flare, they had Flare. All right, opposing Mountain deck. Galvanic Blast, our Swift Spear. All right, drawing into Lava Dart. All right, we got to draw some more cards. So let's play Crash Through, and we're out. So we not only need to find a second land, we also need to find a Kiln Fiend type card, and probably can't afford to play it until we find a third land to protect it. So there's opponent Swift Spear. Boros Garrison, pick up Mountain. Well, I guess I'm just killing this now before they untap. So bolt your Swift Spear, back to you. Replays the Mountain, plays another Swift Spear, plays Lemboss. So is this Boros Affinity? What is this? All right, take some damage. Well, we finally found this. I'm gonna Monomorphose for red. Looting. All right, play Looting. Discard Dart. Let's just discard 2 darts. Dart, Dart. Bolt your Swift Spear. Play, and then we'll play a land next turn. And then I guess Looting to try to find a guy. Boros Synthesizer. Is it? Does Boros Synthesizer usually... Oh, no. I guess it is Synthesizer. Thraben Inspector. Plays a land. Plays Thraben. All right, there's Kiln Fiend. Awesome. So play Kiln Fiend with Apostle's Blessing up to protect it. Back to them. Cracks the Clue. We do have lethal on our turn if they don't have an answer to this. 3 mana. Lemboss. Some versions run Swift Spear and some don't. Works pretty nicely with Skyfisher, picking stuff up for more prowess triggers. Bolt our guy. Let's respond with Blessing, I guess. No, let's respond with Mutagenic Growth in case they have a second bolt in response. Because the Mutagenic Growth wouldn't save us from another one, maybe? I don't know. All's Yield here. Then this resolves, then we're a 6/4. And then the bolt resolves and we go to 3 damage. Plays a land. Skyfisher. Picks up the Lemboss. All right, so over to us. We drew another Mutagenic Growth. All right, I'm pretty sure they're just dead. So Apostle's Blessing here. Name white. Name white. Then Battle Rage. Pump it up. Mutagenic. Pump it up. Dart you. Pump it up. Dart you. All right, we win. And then, so Boros Synthesizer. So we want what? Raise the Effigy. Bolt? Question mark? I guess so. And I think that's it. And then, yeah, I'm just like, every match, I just don't like Swift Spear in the deck. I guess Swift Spear is good against what? Like the slower mid-range and control decks? Do they run Prismatic Strands? I guess I can bring in 1 Flaring Pain in case they do. All right, let's do that. No lands is a mull. All right, so we've got everything we need except a second land. So let's keep this and then toss back, I think, the Bolt? Yeah, let's toss the Bolt back. Plays Thraben. All right, well, there's the second land, so now I don't even need to play Looting this turn. Yeah, all right, over to them. It's just so risky to play this mutagenic growth, or to play this Kiln Fiend without protection, although the mutagenic growth is pseudo protection against bolts. I think I do just want to ram out Kiln Fiend as fast as possible, though. They play a mountain, attack us. All right, play Kiln Fiend. Over to them. Cracks the clue. So we've got Crash Through to break through their defenses, and then a bunch of spells. Although I'm probably just going to play Gitu and pass, and then we can crash through both of them. God Pharaoh's Faithful. Wow. All right. Bolt our guy. So mutagenic to save it. And then always yield to Kiln Fiend's ability. So they gain a life. Then the Kiln Fiend takes 3 damage. Plays a bounce land. All right. We have Apostle's Blessing. So how much damage is this? Monomorphose. And then it's, yeah, Monomorphose 3. Crash Through. Although Crash Through with this 0-4 blocker. Monomorphose, Crash Through, Apostle's Blessing. And then I'm out of mana unless I also cast Looting. So let's say best case scenario. Morphos, Looting, find another land, right? And I cast 4 spells total this turn and deal 13 to them. So it's probably correct to just play Amplifier. Although, that means going shields down again. I can also attack them. So, okay, let's play Monomorphose. Trigger, get red and red. We drew a land. So, yeah, fluting is 7, 10, 13. Depends on what we draw is the issue. Like, there are draws that can kill them right now, but it depends on what we hit. All right, looting, drawing land. All right, so let's discard Amplifier and Mountain. So I can only deal them 13, so it's probably correct to just play the other Kiln Fiend and then just attack and they'll chump block, but that's fine. All right, play the other Kiln Fiend, go to combat, swing. I think this puts us in the best position to win next turn. I think it would be crazy if they didn't block. Yeah, all right, there we go. So back to them. Synthesizer. I do like not seeing red mana from them. Exile's Blast. Do they have a red source? They do. All right, so one of our guys is getting killed here. Unfortunate. Blast, he dies. Dawnbringer Cleric to gain life. Oh no, they're just exiling looting out of our graveyard. All right, yeah, that makes sense. Well, let's cast Crash Through. Trigger, and let's draw a card. Lava Dart. I guess let's just get in as much damage as I can this turn. Like, yeah, all right. Lava Dart them. Trigger this. Flashback, target them. Eat the land. And then Apostles this, naming white. Go to combat, deal 13. And they're still too high on life to get through completely, but we at least get in a bunch of damage. Core Skyfisher. Picks up Synthesizer. Exiles Relic of Progenitus. Okay. Synthesizer returns. Exiles Plains. Relic, another Kiln Fiend. Well, play another Kiln Fiend. And back to them. Cracks the Relic. Glint Hawk. Pick up the Synthesizer, exiling a land. Synthesizer. Exiling Skyfisher. Okay. Skyfisher. Synthesizer back up. Bolt on top. Red Source. Bolt one of our Kiln Fiends. Yep. So take 2 from Skyfisher. Another Kiln Fiend. All right. There's all the Kiln Fiends. Now we need to draw a way to punch through. Synthesizer again. Exile Skyfisher, of course. Skyfisher. Pick up the Synthesizer. Exiling another Synthesizer. Play the Synthesizer. Exiling a Synthesizer. Play a Synthesizer. Exiling a Bolt, of course. Every single time. Synthesizer into removal, kill our Kiln Fiend. Alright, well, we're just super losing. So, super losing here. I mean, you may as well attack with everything. Like, alright, Glint Hawk, we go to 11. We have drawn a land. Alright, I'm conceding this. So, do I actually run Cast into the Fire just to kill Synthesizer after it's already triggered so they can't keep picking it up? That seems so bad. Yeah, I'm not doing that. Let's just run the same thing back. All right, on the play, we've got stuff. So keep land, go. And then we've got Gitu plus mutagenic to protect it from bolts. Tap land. All right, back to us. Play land, play Gitu. Over to them. Land. Bolt our guy. All right, cast mutagenic to save it. They just have another bolt. All right, well, our guy dies. Kiln Fiend. Off the top. Back to you. All mountains in their Boros Synthesizer deck. Well, there's another burn spell. Back to us. All right. Crash through to try to draw something. Crash through to try to draw something. Back to them. Plains finally. Playing Thraben Inspector. Hand's not really doing anything, so I guess I just pass back to them. Cracks the clue. Combat. Swing with the Thraben Inspector. Sure. Go to 17. If they try to pick it up, I'll just kill it. Core Skyfisher, yeah. So we're going to double dart the Thraben so that I can bolt this Core Skyfisher. So dart, dart. Kill your Thraben Inspector. I guess they can pick up their cycle land, but that's fine. Yeah, pick up their cycle land, cycle the land, plays another mountain. All right, let's see if this Kiln Fiend survives. Back to them. Galvanic Blast, mutagenic growth. All right, it survived, finally. White and red. Journey to nowhere. Never mind. They just have all removal spells. All right, well, there goes the Kiln Fiend. Windscarred Crag, gain a life. Probably bolting the Skyfisher so we don't just lose to it. Yeah, all right, back to them. Plays another Skyfisher. Okay, trigger. I assume they're going to pick this land up. Yeah, replay the land, sure. All right, bolt this Skyfisher. And back to us. Battle Rage, can't do anything. Back to them. White, God Pharaoh's Faithful. Skyfisher hits us. All right, drawing Monomorphose. All right, we got to try to Morphose for a creature. So red, red, not a creature. I can't even really do anything with the mana that I have, right? Yeah, I can't. All right, mana fizzles out. Back to them. 2 damage. We go to 9. Boros Garrison picks up that. Sure. Can't draw a creature. All right, back to them. Cycle Secluded Step. Plays the Windscarred Crag. Gain life. Attack with Skyfisher. Go down to 7. All right, I'm not playing more lands at this point, so let's just pass back to them. Boros Garrison picks up presumably the gain land. All right. Another Core Skyfisher picks up a land. All right, we got 2 turns to actually find something that can kill them. And we're rapidly getting to the point where mutagenic growth is not viable anymore. Actually, we are already at that point. All right, Mountain, back to them. Even if I draw a creature at this point, I'm still just dead to the Skyfishers, so we've lost. Dawnbringer Cleric, exiling a dart, presumably. All right, well, that is the game. So 2 and 3 with Kiln Fiend. Obviously, the deck is as I expected. It's just completely Glass Cannon combo. If they have any removal spells, you do have Mutagenics and Apostle's Blessings to somewhat protect your guys, but mostly you just lose to removal spells. One thing I continuously found was that Swift Spear just sucks in this deck because the rest of the deck is not set up to actually support the Swift Spear. And the fact that there are another 3 G2 amplifiers that we could be playing, I feel like you should just be playing all 4 of these rather than even the first Swift Spear, because the best move for this deck to make is turn 2 Kiln Fiend or a Kiln Fiend-esque creature, turn 3 kill your opponent, and Swift Spear doesn't allow you to do that. Swift Spear sometimes, I mean, I guess we didn't play a single matchup that was against a, like, I don't know, blue control deck or something, so maybe Swift Spear is better in those matchups, but that, if anything, that's an argument to just have it in the sideboard instead. What else? Again, as I said earlier, this Red Blast should just be Pyroblast number 4. And then there are some other cards that I feel like should just be in this deck that aren't. So, for example, Ancestral Anger. This is a 1 mana sorcery that gives target creature trample and plus XO, where X is 1 plus the number of Ancestral Angers in your graveyard. So already, so comparing it to Crash Through, for example, it is already better than Crash Through if you only have 1 Kiln Fiend-esque creature, right? Because if you only have 1, then this is the same thing as Crash Through, but your guy also gets +1 at the least, and more if you have more Ancestral Angers. Also, in a deck like this, you just want as many of your things that will pump these guys to give your guys to be a cantrip. So I feel like you could easily just cut Lightning Bolt out of the main or Looting out of the main and just run Ancestral Anger in that spot. Crash Through is only better than this in the circumstance of either you have multiple Kiln Fiend creatures out, or you don't have any creatures out and you just need to cycle us. Although, in any case, you can just target your opponent's creature to draw as well. So there's that. And outside of that, I don't think there's any other ones. There are a few other ones, like Renegade Tactics prevents a block from 1 creature, although you usually need to get through multiple. So there's like that one. There's Warlord's Fury, which is first strike and you draw a card, although you don't really care about first strike. But the point is, this deck fails either when it fails to draw one of its Kiln Fiend creatures, or you do draw it but it dies, or you have it but you don't have the critical mass of spells to actually kill your opponent. So I feel like more cantrip type instants and sorceries would be warranted. And I definitely feel like Swift Spear, the bolts, and the lootings are the weakest part of the deck. So if I could find replacements for those, I definitely think Ancestral Anger should be in the deck, and I definitely think 3 more G2 amplifiers should be in the deck. So already that's cut these and then cut these, and then that's 3 other spots. So I think you could fix it. I think you could improve it by doing that. But anyway, that is my thoughts on Kiln Fiend.